If you love clams, please don't wait for a special occasion like a clam bake to enjoy them. They are so easy to steam at home, and Russell's going to show us how to do that right now.
That's right. In our braising pan, we've got 1.5 cups of water and 3.5 ounces or 1 stick of garlic and herb butter that we've brought up to the boil. And if you want to go ahead and just add those clams right to it.
All right.
Just dump them right in.
All right.
And then we're going to put the lid right on top of the pot, and those are going to take about 8 minutes to open. So we're just going to let those sit while we get to work on our zucchini and corn cakes. I have 1 zucchini that I'm going to cut in half the long way. And then all I want to do is scoop out the seeds, just like you would a cucumber. Same principle. And what I have is a box grater next to me, and we're going to use the larger holes on the box grater, and we're just going to run this right down the side to get some nice big shreds of zucchini. It's almost like making a potato pancake. Same idea. Okay, so we'll grate that whole zucchini. Okay, and the recipe calls for 3 zucchini. I'm going to go ahead and put those in there. And then we're going to add some corn, because obviously that's the second ingredient, our zucchini corn cakes. And we've talked about this before, but I always like to cut my corn off the cob right into a bowl so it catches everything. So we'll cut this off. We've got a couple of ears of corn in the recipe.
Super easy.
Right, now I've got my pan preheated.
Okay.
So we're going to get going really quick on this. So what I want to do now, if you can give me a hand,
I will.
is I'm going to start with the zucchini, and I'll put the corn right in. And then while I start to mix, I want you to go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients that we have.
Let's start with some green onions,
right? We've got 2 green onions that we've chopped up. We've got some fresh oregano, which I really like. It's almost reminiscent of mint. And mint and zucchini is a classic pairing, so it's very floral. And we've got
water's in it.
Just a little bit of water. And what we have there is it's actually tempura mix, which is flour, baking soda, and cornstarch.
Okay, so it's got the additional other ingredients in it.
And we're just mixing it all together.
And finally.
That's right. And we've just got 2 eggs that we've beaten slightly.
The eggs. All right.
We're going to mix that all together. My pan's preheated, so I'm just going to put some oil in the pan. We'll get this mixed up, and then we'll start making our pancakes. And by the time these are starting to brown, it'll be time to check out the clams.
Okay. All right. Nice.
Yeah. And I love this recipe. To me, it's just the essence of summer. Zucchini and corn, they're in season the same time. And it's just I think it's a unique recipe as well.
A nice accompaniment to that, too, as well. Okay. Should I check out the clams and
see how
if
you want to see if they're starting to open.
Really, it's they're starting to open. A few are, but not all of them. So we're going to put the lid back on these clams now. These are little neck clams that are farm raised in the Chesapeake Bay area. And really, the important thing to know about this is that they're tender and sweet. They're consistent in size, and they're cleaned with a special process that leaves them very, very grit-free, I guess, would be the best way to describe it, so that it's very easy for you at home to be able to prep this dish. Just a simple rinse with cold water, and that's all you need to do. That's all you need. And I'm going to make these pancakes with about 1/2 cup of our pancake mix. And I'm just going to, as I put it into the warm oil, I'm just going to spread them out a little bit so we have a consistent thickness. Nice we'll just go ahead. Exactly, and we want them to get nice and brown. Okay. Let's take a look at the clams and see how they're moving along. And just as they're starting to open a little bit, you can just see that's perfect, because that's going to be our clue, because we're going to gild the lily a little bit. We're going to add another stick of our garlic and herb butter. We can pop the lid back on and let that melt. And really, the best way to tell when clams or any shellfish like mussels or oysters, when you're cooking them already, is when they start to open. As soon as they start to open, you know that you're ready to go, and that way they're going to stay tender and sweet, just like you said. That's the important way to not overcook them. No question. No. Great. This is looking like the beginning of a great clam sauce, too. That's the beauty of the clams, too, is they give off their liquid as they cook, and that coupled with the water and the butter gives you that nice broth, and you can see we're just starting to open now. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give these pancakes a flip. I see them browning there underneath. Yeah, and they start to get real lacy around the edges. And they really do hold together very nicely, too. They don't fall apart at all. So you give them a nice flip. They're just going to take another minute or so on that side. So in the meantime, I'm going to get ready. And what I really like about this recipe more than anything else is that the zucchini and corn cake acts like a sponge. So you're going to have all this beautiful liquid from your clams, and then you've got this sort of like a sponge to soak up those juices. And what I do usually when I'm, if I do this, I'll do this family style a lot. I'll have everybody around the picnic table. Right, just dump them out in a big bowl, but then I'll save the liquid,
and I'll put it into small little dishes and give everybody their own little cup of liquid so they can dip the clams.
You wouldn't want to
right
throw
in.
this out.
Not
This
at
is
all. No,
way
it's
too
got
good.
great, great flavor. I'll put a couple on the plate for you.
Oh,
We'll get one of our delicious zucchini and corn cakes. Set that right on the plate.
Oh, that looks delicious.
It's going to be fantastic. So, you want to go ahead, Noah?
And you know how it is with clams. You can never just eat one.
You just keep eating
so
and
here
eating.
I go.
I think it's great.
I'm going to pick one up just like this.
I think these are best eaten with your hands. Some food tastes better with your hands.
Wonderful.
It's great. Garlic, herbs, all that butter.
Would you like some?
It's the perfect summertime meal. Of course I would. Don't take that plate away. It's a perfect summertime meal. Corn, zucchini, steamed clams, and garlic butter. What could be better?
Delicious.